What's up, y'all? This is gonna be a transparency video. Just me talking, okay? This year has been one of my roughest years in a long time. I won't say it's the worst year I've ever had, because I've had some rough years in my life. If you pay attention to my story, which at the beginning of my YouTube is like mainly my story, right? About life. I have been through the worst of the worst, but I'm still standing because God has had me on all journeys, right? But I just wanted to come on here because this year has been a sacrificial year for me. I gave up everything that I worked hard for in the state of California. I left it all behind because of a vision that the Lord gave me, right? I'm being transparent. So I left, and I left it all behind. I'm not holding on to what I had because I know that I'm destined for greater, and the Lord's bringing me to greater, right? So I'm standing in the gap and waiting for the Lord to make moves. This year, I left behind the old me to find the new me. And that Bible verse that he spoke over my life about if you would lose your life for him, you will find your life within him, right? I'm not quoting word for word, but you know what verse I'm talking about. And I did. I found my life. Like, I realized, all my giftings, when you put them together as a whole, what I'm actually called to do within the Lord. And I know how to operate in all my gifts because he's been training me over the years. And now I'm starting to expose myself. And now I understand why the attacks on my life have been so hard against my voice. And why my voice can literally shut things down or change someone's life or get someone's attention. Because that's what my voice does. Now, I know the promises that have been spoken over my life as well, because I have an inner knowing, so I know certain things, but the Lord's not revealing everything to me because he has to do his work, right? So I have to release my hands off of it and let him do his work. But I already know what the promises are, if that makes sense. I just don't know how they're going to be done, right? So I'm coming on here and being transparent about that because we can look at other people's situations and circumstances and see everything that they don't see for themselves, right? Like if someone were to look at my situation, they can see everything that I don't see for myself, right? And if you can see into another person's situation or their circumstances what they do not see for themselves, that means you are supposed to stand in the gap and pray for that person, right? Because they don't see for themselves where they are going wrong and where they are messing up. And they are going to end up in a place where they need all the prayer they can get because they don't see what's coming for them. So, since God doesn't place it always a person there for you to warn you, or people just ignore the warnings, all you can do is pray for them. So, yeah, that's my transparency video today. Because I'm sure there's warnings on my life of what is to come, but I'm seeking God and I'm praying and I'm covering myself and I'm just trying to stay as pure as possible for the most part. Maybe a swear has been here or there because I'm frustrated in the season that I'm at, but it's not my timing or my will. But when you see what's coming for someone else and they try to ignore it and they don't see it for themselves, stand in that gap. Be that prayer. Be that bridge for the Lord. Have a blessed night, y'all.